Welcome back, Boxers. In this video, we're going to go over ordered, unordered, and description lists. The ordered lists, which are identified by an OL, look similar to this. And what that's going to do is it's going to number these. So an ordered list is something that you would use. It's common practice to use it where the steps in the list must be carried out in sequence. So something like maybe getting to school. So let's fill out this list here, and we'll put a couple more. Put a couple more items there. And just in case you missed what I did there, that was a plugin that's built into CodePen called Emmet. And basically, when you have a large number of things, or if you're fully aware of the classes and IDs that are in your style sheet, you can simply use them to quickly nail out an HTML block based on those classes and IDs. So in this case, we're just going to use basic HTML elements, and that's OL for ordered list. And then this gets me to the child element, and then LI, and then we'll do 5 items. So you're basically identifying the parent. This greater than symbol gets you to the child. This gets you to the children themselves, and then you multiply it by 5. And when you do that, it's going to list out 5 items, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this, let's do something real simple here. Turn left on Beaker, go 2 miles, and turn right on Wilmot. Left on Hardy Drive. Straight for 2 miles, left at the fork. School is on the right, across from the police station. All right, and then anyone who reads this will see with the attached numbers that these are the things that you need to do, and in this order. If you take them out of order, obviously it's going to put them out of context. All right, so the next thing we'll do is we'll just drop a horizontal rule tag in here, and we'll go on to our unordered list. Now, unordered lists are lists that are preceded by bullet points, as opposed to ordered lists, which obviously, as you can see, are preceded by numbers. So in an unordered list, okay, it works the same way if you're using Emmet. Okay, and you get your items, and now you get the bulleted list. So with the bulleted list, it's not necessarily anything that you would do in a particular order. It's just a simple list of items. Hulk, Thor. Let's throw in Spider-Man and Iron Man. Obviously, you can tell I'm a Marvel guy. All right, so this will display your unordered list. Now, these can also all be styled within your style sheet. So if I were to come in here and UL, LI, and I want them all to be bold, for example. Okay, I don't have to attach a class to it. What this is going to do is it's going to make all my unordered lists bold. Font, weight, bold. And now it's going to pass them all as bold. I can also do OL. Oops, my insert key is on. UL, and it's going to pass all of them as bold. Okay. And the last thing we're going to do here is we'll go ahead and we'll drop another HR tag in here. And in here, we're going to do what's called a description list. And this is where oftentimes you'll see like a word, maybe a vocabulary word, and then in the description data, you'll see the definition of said word. So here, what we'll do is we'll lay out our description list, okay, DL, and then we want to get to the child. And for that, we'll do DT. And let's do that times 2. Okay, DT. And for this, now we're going to add the description data. And we'll do that just by DD. And we'll do another DD here. Okay, so for our description title, we'll go ahead and use HTML. Okay, and then for description data, we'll say hypertext markup language, a standardized system for tagging text files to achieve font, color, graphic, and hyperlink effects on the World Wide Web. And I'm shortening that. So as you can see, it puts the data here, or the data title here, and then the definition here. And then we'll do something similar here, call it CSS, and then for that one, I am going to paste in a simple definition rather than waste your time watching me type it. All right, now it might be useful to put some additional separation between these two, and in that case, what you might do is something like this, DD, and then font, oops, I meant to do DT, font, weight, bold, okay, and that's going to highlight those, and then you could also DD, font style, italic, okay, and that will italicize the actual definitions themselves. And then within those, of course, you can still, you can hyperlink anything like this, okay, and then that you could send the user to some additional information somewhere else. Now let's shoot back up here to our unordered lists, and there's something we're going to add into here. Let's add in another list, and this isn't going to make sense to a lot of you, but we'll add in, and that's from a comic book perspective. We'll add in a couple more. This is what's called a nested unordered list, or a nested list. So add in Batman and Superman. Now they have nothing to do with Thor, obviously, but these is just a demonstration of what you can do nested, and the HTML will recognize that, and instead of giving you solid disks, it will give you outline disks with a transparent background, and that way you can add lists within lists. And then we'll shoot back up here to our ordered lists, where we can change the style of how these display instead of numbers. If you wanted to, let's say, use letters, you could do OL type equals, and then you just set it to a letter, and then it will rearrange itself to be all letters. And in that case, you could, like, for example, set your parent list to OLs, and in here, we'll set a nested list, set that to 2, and then we'll set our OL type to equal A. Okay, and then within the nested list, you get ones and your numbered list on the outside, and then for your child elements, you'll get lettered items. And then you can take that further. You can keep going, kind of like an outline look, so to speak. There are more advanced CSS using nth child. That's a more advanced CSS technique, but that's something for a later video. And just to be clear, if you want to use these instead of lowercase letters, you can always use uppercase letters. You can also change this out for a capital I, which will turn them into Roman numerals. All right. Same thing with a lowercase I. So depending on the structure that you have, the HTML will recognize that, and you can create better lists that way. So I hope this video helped. As always, please like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you next time.